can't see that. So it's like I see where I'm trying to go, but because I don't want to go through this darkness right now, I don't want to go through this darkness. So it feels like I want that so bad, Mark. Like I can see it and I want it so bad, but I can't get to it and I don't know how to get to it. Like it hurts. It hurts because over here standing under this light, it don't feel good. This light is like kryptonite. It's killing me. Literally killing me right now. I'm stressed out every day. I gotta get up and go somewhere that I don't want to be. I gotta be around negative people all the time. And I know where I want to be, but because I can't be there, it hurts.
What are you doing today that makes you better than the person you were yesterday? That is part of the Ascension brand. That is the motto, the heart of what we stand for. When I pass away, I want people to know. I want people to remember me, not for the time that I've spent on this planet, but for the things that I have done to contribute to society. My mama raised a loser, but I broke the chains.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dirty Trunks podcast, where the elephant is always welcome. It is me, your boy Marcus Morton. Always here with me is the Aaron Mack, and we had a little slow start this morning. Technical difficulties.
I'm talking slug start. A whole slug with the salt on it. With the salt.
Yeah, that is the most like.
Hey, but technology, bro, it does what it want to do.
Facts.
And it don't give you no warning when it do it.
Bruh. And they don't give you like no type of help guide. The help guide don't even help. And I'm like, what? It's like,
bro,
oh,
how do you read the help guide?
Facts.
Like the help guide just look like a whole bunch of copy paste and just like somebody just put a whole bunch of question marks on it. Like half of the time I can't even tell what's the help guide.
It's literally written like you would write code, which is strange.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, yo, I got to be a computer engineer in order, like I got to have built a few robots and design the whole operating system just to learn how to use my headphones. Hey, most stuff is so deep now, man. It don't even come with paper no more. They just straight up tell you like, go to this website to find that if you need help. And then they don't even have a manual. They just tell you to talk to some representative. And then they ask you have you turned it off and turned it on again. Which is weird because like even when they ask you that, like the first thing they do, like nobody really do troubleshooting anymore, bro. They like really just like they ask you that. Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on? You say yeah or nah. Well, go ahead and do that. And then yeah, did it work? Nah. All right, go ahead and send it back. Like we could have just started with that. Like anyway, I ain't gonna get into that, bro. But I gotta tell you, bro, you had like a small window. I was waiting on you to reconnect, and I was just over here, just like falling asleep. I'm trying to multitask just to keep myself up.
Come on.
But I wanted to start on the cover for book 4, man. That I wasn't doing that in the moment, so I was like, yeah, let me do something so I can stay up. Cause, bro, you about to come back on this joint and have me like full faced out, like just mouth open, drool everywhere.
Come on,
yeah, it was bad.
Tragic. Wait, you was up early or?
I don't know.
Set it up late, or up early.
I don't know if you would call it up early or I don't know whether I went to sleep late, went to sleep too early, woke up late, woke up early. I don't know. It's up in the air at this point. I got in the bed at about 9 o'clock and woke up at like 12. So I've been up since 12 o'clock, bro. Okay. I started writing at some point and looked at the time and it was like 3 o'clock. And Alyssa and I got this routine where we wake up at 4 o'clock anyway. I was like, yo, if the alarm about to go off, I'm just gonna stay up. Like I'm just gonna rough it out. Of course, after this after this podcast is over, my old ass gonna have to take a nap. But I want y'all to hear this. Like I wanted to get into this because I could have easily told Mark this like before the podcast started, and this kind of goes into that. It goes into the episode, bruh. And like people wonder how certain people gain success. I just told you. That's how you do it. Like, do you know how many people? How many people do you know wake up early on their day off?
Not a lot.
Ma, how many people you know wake up early on the day they got to work?
Almost everybody.
Oh no, none.
I wake up early.
Bro,
Well,
no, early. Most people they wake up when they supposed to wake up, not when they need to wake up.
Facts.
So
and still be late.
And still be late, bro. We had people sleeping in the parking lot last year and was still late to work, bro. Yeah, it's weird, man. But yeah, man. I just wanted to talk about that, man, because like, yo, why am I waking up so early, bro? I got something I got to do. I got things that I need to accomplish, and yo, you only get 24 hours in a day, and ET said, somebody said, ask ET like, why he act like he don't never sleep, and ET said that most of y'all don't need help on how to use your alarm clock because y'all got that down pat. y'all don't need help sleeping because you know how to do that already. You've been doing it your whole life. Now it's time to wake up. And bro, when I heard that, like I was like, all right, the military already taught me how to do that, so I'm just gonna keep doing it. And lo and behold, here we are, bro. Here we are. I've been up since 12 o'clock, man. Been 6 hours already. I did more than the 6 hours I've been up than most people gonna do by the time they get off of work today.
Yeah, and that's crazy because that can go right into the topic. So I was watching something the other day, and I really need to start writing their names down because I can't remember names like talking about. But the speaker or whatever, he was on a TED Talk, and he was like, "Yo, like, are you living life by default or by design?" And you know, the default would be, you know, you get this 9 to 5, you work up the corporate ladder, or you know, you after you finish high school, you go right into college. You don't really, you know, have an idea of, you know, what you want to even major in, but you're still just going to college because that's like what your parents want you to do. That's what someone, you know, told you to do.
Right.
Not really like thinking for yourself or like finding, you know, a niche or like something you're passionate about. And when you do that for so long, once you get to a certain point, it's like you have these two factors that you have to battle against. You got yourself that wants to do something, you know, amazing, and then you have the social norm that everybody wants you to do, and they're just like colliding because, you know, everyone wants to do something great. You know, they have the ideas, they have the yo, I want to do this, but like, how? Where do I start? You know, they get to that point after, like I said, for doing it for so long, they're like, you know, I'm either too old to start, or it's too late for me to start, or
it's too late, or I lost my opportunity, or oh man, I ain't even gonna get into that right now, bro. I'm a hold off on that, Mark. Can I go Boss of False for a second?
Yeah.
I want to go Boss of False for a second. So y'all know we just getting started with this whole you know, going out and meeting people and selling the books at the conventions and whatnot. So we in order to do that successfully, well, so what I thought was successful, we bought like this little pulley cart, man. And we put the boxes on the book on the wow, goddamn words. We put the boxes of books and supplies on the cart, and then we roll that joint, and wherever we going to have our little setup or whatnot. and we were walking down the street at the last joint, and I don't think I talked about. Did I talk about Hampton on the podcast? I don't think I did. Don't.
I
No, I
don't think
didn't.
you talked about Baltimore.
Yeah, I ain't talk about Hampton, bro. So yeah, we leaving, and of course we in the like coming out the parking lot, and I noticed like I had 3 boxes. I'm down to 2. So I'm like looking at the cart. I'm looking around. I'm like, yo, Bart, tell me why the whole box of books fell off the cart, bruh. And we just walked away from that joker.
Oh man.
Yeah. So 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 I don't even know where I dropped it at. I just
Bruh.
pulled off running, bro. Alyssa was like, "What happened?" And like I could just hear her in the background. She's like, "Oh!" I was just gone, bro. I look. I ran back to the convention center, and I'm like the Flash of this Joker, bro. I'm like, I had the full backpack on too, so I was like, I look like Forrest Gump running through that joint, man. Running through cars, all type of stuff, bro. So I finally get back to where we walked from, and I saw the box on the ground, and I'm running up to that joint, and tell me why there's a dude who just like kicking that joint.
Just, like, what is this?
Like he playing kick the can or something, bro. I'm like, what is happening here? And I was like, yo, whoa. Like precious cargo, my bad. Like he's like, yeah, I was just kicking it out of the way. I thought it was trash.
Dang.
And bro, tell me why even after after I stopped running and was walking up to the joint, tell me why my man kicked it to me. After I was already making the motion to come pick the joint up, bro. So Boss of Fall said my man kicked the box of books to me, bro.
I mean, he it wasn't like open or nothing, was it?
Yeah, it was wide open, bro.
Wide open. Okay, so he saw what was in it.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, in his mind, he was thinking he was open, maybe. That's kind of a false.
I feel you on that, Mark. He thought he was helping, Mark. But the problem here is that he said he thought it was trash,
and then still
I told him it wasn't trash, but then he proceeded to kick it just like he was kicking it when he thought it was trash.
Yeah, that was false move. That was a false move.
He
didn't understand the situation at hand. That's what it was.
I could have fouled off on my man, brother. But yeah, I wanted to get that. I thought it was a funny story. Alyssa she ain't laugh at that too much. Like she was, she didn't find that too funny, bro. And she was, and it is bad though, because you know how when your woman tell you something, and like you just like macho that joint out, and you like, bro, I ain't even tripping on that. I got it. Don't worry about it. I take care of it, bro. Alyssa been talking to me about that cart since we got the cart. And she been complaining about it since we got it. She was like, let's get some bungee cords, let's get some tape so we can tape it down and bungee it up and all that other stuff. And I'm like, nah, don't worry about it. I got it. So when that happened, you can imagine the look that she gave me. So yeah.
Yeah, it's not an old cart, right?
No, it's brand new, bro. We only use it for the 3 conventions that we went to. But here's the problem is that we bought it and our setup was small. But like as soon as we got the second book, bro, that joint like a muffin top when we walking through.
Word. So flowing. I understand. That's crazy though.
It's a good problem to have though, but
you gotta expand with the with the product,
yeah, man.
That's interesting. So how you want to kind of like talk about this?
Man, you was already going into it, man. I wanted to go into go into the story, man, and I asked for permission to talk about this,
Right.
and I thought it was a real deep thing, and I ain't gonna go too far into it. Like, I'm not even about to drop no names, like, but just out of sign of respect. But bro, like, I had this conversation with people so much, man,
Right.
and it's weird to me that there's so many people who feel like that, and ain't nobody talking about it, bro. That's the
That's true.
craziest part about it. I'm like, and it's not like we like strangers or anything. Like, we work in an environment that's just so corrupt and disorganized and dysfunctional that we just feel like we can't have valuable conversation outside of just complaining about the 9 to 5. Because
Right.
I'm like, yo, how is it that I can pull two people who talk to each other on a daily basis, have a conversation with them about their dreams and their goals, and they never had a conversation like that with their friend? I'm like, how does that even work? So it can't. It left me to come to that conclusion that people just rather not talk about it, and I don't know what it is that I don't know why it is that they don't want to talk about it, Mark. I just know that, like, I've had the conversation with people and at work, bro, and they get to crying because they like, yo, you made me open a box that I tried to keep closed. And I'm just
Ooh.
like, yo, how we get here? So I gotta help me understand here, Mark, because you
Mm.
already know what we here to talk about. I just want to know how. I'm just I don't understand how somebody. All right, because I'm relentless, bro. I like, there's never been a goal that I had that I didn't fight for.
Right.
So I don't know how somebody could get to a space where they tell themselves that I'm going to put my goals on the back burner right now, and I'm going to focus on nothing but what's in front of me.
So, ooh, I knew he was going here. All right. So, with that, uh, that's very interesting because I like we talk about our goals,
Right.
uh, almost almost every day now, pretty much, or every time we see each other. Uh, but like, I believe the reason that they box that up, uh, is because, like I said, well, actually not like I said, it's a couple of different reasons. One, our job, it does not promote that. It promotes you come in, you go to work, you go home, take a shower, repeat.
Stay in line.
Uh, exactly. Um, and it's like it's jobs like that. They really irk me because they don't do nothing to like uh uh motivate you, give you an incentive
Yeah.
to come in except a paycheck.
No.
And mostly people are only doing that job because of a paycheck, because it pays well and it has great benefits. uh you hear any high paying job or a well-known job, that's really the reason that people are working there. It's like, oh, why you work here? It's like, oh, it it pays well and it has good benefits. You would hardly hear like, oh, it's a fun place to work. I can come in and just have a good time with my coworkers. I mean, we do anyway, but we usually have to force that. That's because of us and our character, not because of the job itself. Uh, and like I said, it's many different things that people get stuck on. It could be the environment of the job, the environment they grew up in. Um, I know with my environment, my family, my household, uh, not trying to talk bad about them, but that's how they wanted me to grow up. They wanted me to be the social norm, get a job, work at a job, retire at such and such age, either do the job route, work up the ladder, retire, or do the military route. Not saying it's a bad thing, go in the military, get in there early, do my 4 years, resign, do what, 20, then
Yeah.
retire.
Yeah.
And that's what I'd retire at 44, 40 something
Too
around
late.
that age. Yeah, exactly. But I was in it. That was about to be my life.
I feel that. I feel that, bro. And like, do me a favor, lift your microphone above your nose.
Right.
Oh
That's
no,
good.
put it closer to your mouth, but just keep it above your nose, because when you breathe, that air just go right down into it.
Word. All
Yeah, trying to keep people from, listening to it in the car and getting their ears shattered.
right.
Um, but bro, I feel that. I've been there. My mom, when she raised me, she won't on that whole creativity thing. Like, none of that. My mom didn't believe that anybody could make money outside of doing nothing but working a job. Like, if you ain't punching somebody clock, you ain't made no money. Like, that was her thing. And then on top of that, if you made money outside of working a job, it was probably illegal, and you probably need to stop what you're doing before you get arrested and go to jail. Like, that's the mentality that I was raised on. But bro, like, for real, people, and the people that I'm talking to, bro, like, they're not dumb people. Like, a real talk, they're not dumb people. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, yo, like, at some point you had to sit back and think, like, bro, this ain't right. I don't feel good about what I'm doing right now. What I see in front of me it does not make me feel full. It does not make me feel whole. So I get in that conversation with folks, bro, and I'm just like, I try to pull it out, and I'm trying to, and I get the wedging on them, and we talked about it before when I asked people, like, yo, what do you do for a living? Like, that's like an icebreaker for me. Like, and I ask you that at your job. Why? Because your job is just your job,
right?
And I'm trying to help you understand that, like, you, and for real, anybody who listening to this who want to work their job, by all means, go ahead, do what you do. But at the same time, look at it for what it is. It ain't yours.
Right.
Like, if you love what you do, you take what you do and you recreate what it is, and you be competitive about it. You ain't got to necessarily sit under somebody else's thumb for the rest of your life. And if you got such a dominatrix fetish that you got to sit on somebody's clock and have somebody tying you down, then by all means, you go ahead and do that. But I had the conversation with my boy, man, and it woke me up a little bit, because I'm like, yo, you remind me so much of me back like a few years ago, bro. Like, I was just like, man, this dude, I know he brilliant. I know he a brilliant dude, man. Like, I had conversations with him. I see his work ethic, bro, and I'm like, yo, do you know how much how much you can do with energy like that? High energy equals high reward, bro. High energy equals high reward. So when you come through and you just hands on, I talked about Marcus a few weeks ago, when, like, Marcus is hands on about his work. He's high energy about it, and he pumped the people up, and people follow Marcus, even though Marcus is looking behind him like, what y'all doing? But anyway, like, my man is highly energetic. He highly motivated, and he wants to see people succeed. But at the same time, in the system that he's in, is not fitting. In my opinion, it's not fitting for his skills, bro. Like, I'm just being honest. It's not fitting for his skills. And I had to have a conversation with him, because he want to do something, and he's in a position where his current situation doesn't necessarily put him in a position to learn about what he want to do. So he's in between a rock and a hard place, because it's like, do I go and follow my dreams, man, or do I do this? Well, I got bills to pay. I got this to do. I got this to look at. I'm trying to keep up with my girl, and her success. So I'm in between a rock and a hard place, because I don't want to fall. Like, I see where I'm trying to go, but I only see where I'm trying to go. I don't have a path to get there. So it's like if I gotta go, and there's something that I want to do, it's like, it's like just imagine looking down the road and it's pitch black dark. It's nighttime and a street light is shining down on where you're trying to go, but you can't see the road. So you walking, you tripping over stuff. I don't know what's down there. It could be like a Super Mario hole, like just like Nintendo Abyss. Just you just fall right down into it. I don't know. I can't see that. So it's like I see where I'm trying to go, but because I don't want to go through this darkness right now. I don't want to go through this darkness. So it feels like I want that so bad, Mark. Like I can see it. And I want it so bad, but I can't get to it, and I don't know how to get to it. Like, it hurts. It hurts because over here, standing under this light, it don't feel good. This light is like kryptonite. It's killing me, literally killing me right now. I'm stressed out every day. I gotta get up and go somewhere that I don't want to be. I gotta be around negative people all the time, and I know where I want to be, but because I can't be there, it hurts. So it's a lot of people right now that feel like that, man. And they don't know where to start, bro. They don't know how to figure it out because they didn't got such bad programming in their previous life that they can't grow into going into that next life.
What I would say with those people is, just start. As many ways you can tackle it. So there was a I don't know if it was the same speaker. I think it was a different speaker. It was a different speaker. He's talking about kind of like that same scenario, but think of it as a mountain. Dude lived beside a mountain his entire life, and he wanted to climb the mountain. He wanted to, experience something great, live his life. But he goes around and asks, people that have climbed the mountain, hey, what is the highest peak like? And they give him, whatever, you give him a story like, oh, it's beautiful, it's great, you should do it yourself. But basically he never starts. He just keeps asking people. And yeah, you can do it that route, get a plan, get what's the best route to, do it. But eventually start. You're gonna have to start it yourself.
Well, see, like here's the dangers with that though. Like if you keep asking around and you keep questioning instead of going out to do it, you end up just living vicariously through people who did it.
Exactly. And that's not experiencing things like
but
that.
I could like just to play devil's advocate though, because people, and I promise you people do it, bro. I promise you they do it. If I can live vicariously through you, I can feel accomplished when you do it because I know you.
Life don't work like that. There's no XP share in life. You gotta get the XP yourself. That's what I'm trying to say.
Not the Pokemon reference though.
Yes.
Not the Pokemon reference, bro. Oh man.
Get out there and do it yourself. Like the experience is false. It's false experience. You don't gain nothing from that.
Right.
You get this false sense of, maybe a little bit of dopamine, maybe, you get a little bit of happiness because, oh, I know this person and they're doing such successful things. But what are you doing for your life? What are you leaving behind for, your next generation, your legacy? You gotta start somewhere. You gotta push through it, bite down on the cloth, bite down on the bullet and go for it.
Right. Right. And like, if you watching those people, man, I gotta like take Marcus' words and do this as well. Like, cause I don't want nobody to be in a situation where you're upset with another person because they're doing something.
Yeah,
bro. Like I don't want nobody to go look at another human being and say and try to tear that person down because they stepped out on faith and they went for what they want. Like I don't want that. I never want to hear that. Like I don't like to hear people bash somebody for going for what they want to do. And like, for real, you can do it in the most ridiculous way that you want to do it. But for real, like, it's not up for me to sit back and judge you because you got up and did something. At least you got up and did something.
Thanks.
So I can relate to all of this, right? And this is something that I dealt with internally because I didn't necessarily think this was the thing when it was said. So I am guilty of, at some point in my life, idolizing success that people had based off of what they showed. What do I mean by that? You can pick up your phone right now and go to any social media platform, and you can look at anybody's social media platform, bro, and they will be showing you all the good, the glory, and everything else that they got going on in their lives right now.
Yeah.
And bro, when I got into network marketing, that was the thing. That's what sold people. Like, that's what got people in, because like, you see this person and they this wonderful, amazing mentor that so many people are following, and you know, they got they got pictures of money, they got pictures of cars, they going out partying, shopping, doing things like they saying stuff like ditch your alarm clock, wake up on your own time, drive this Maserati, look at my Rolex. Like, they saying all the right stuff, Mark. So I'm looking at all this as a kid, bro, and I'm like, yo, I want to do that. I want to live like they living, bro. I don't want to live the way I'm living right now, because the way I'm living right now, it ain't where it's at. So I'm like, yo, I that's what I want. I want that lifestyle where I don't have to worry about paying bills. I want that lifestyle where I don't have to keep looking or staring at my bank account, trying to figure out if I overdrafted my account or not. I want that lifestyle where I can have people around me that are always positive, because I'm tired of the people around me who are negative and they drain me every time I come around them. So I was guilty of idolizing the success, bro. I would look at the social media and I'm like, yo, I want to be like them. And I try to be like them. I tried to post everything that was good going on in my life. Because I'm thinking like, all right, if I post everything good, then, people will follow me too, and I can make money like them. But what I didn't realize, Mark, was that those are humans, and they got struggles in their lives too, bro. They just don't show it. So it helped me to understand something. Help me to understand this, right? Success doesn't just come to those who are just showing that they're successful.
Right.
I talked to y'all about me waking up at 12 this morning. I didn't go back to sleep because, I didn't just stay up because I couldn't go back to sleep. I stayed up because I was like, look, well, since I'm up, I'm gonna be up anyway. I might as well go ahead and accomplish what I was doing anyway. Right. Bro, today is the 4th. I'm 6,000 words in, bro, into my goal for this month. My girl, she woke up at 4:00 and she got right onto it, bro. Tell me how Alyssa got more words than the author. She got more words than I got right now, Mark. Tell me how that happened, bro. Hey. I'm like, yo, what? And you talking about you ain't gonna be able to stand up to me. I'm like, yo, you out here killing me right now. And quiet as kept, bro. That's why when I woke up at 12, I stayed up, bro, because I tried to catch up to her. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. My ego was hurt a little bit, but bro, for real, I stayed up because it doesn't matter how many conventions I go to and how many books you see me selling, how many times you see me standing behind that table, how many times you see me walking through, shaking hands, signing books, giving people autographs, whatever the case is. It doesn't matter how many times you see me doing that. Because if I don't work hard when you ain't looking, if I don't work hard when there's nobody in here, when this camera goes off and I'm in this office by myself and I don't work hard while I'm in here on my own, none of that matters anyway, because I will never have it. So I need y'all to get to a place where you stop idolizing people's success. You stop looking at the next person and you say, and by idolizing, I don't necessarily mean that you're happy that somebody did something. I'm talking about the haters too. Stop looking at people like they're above you because they did something that you wanted to do. Whether it's good, whether you feel positively or negatively about it, don't look at it that way. When you look at somebody who has something that you want, it should inspire you to figure out how to get it. Because it's not about the I can't afford that. It's the how can I afford that? How can I afford this opportunity? How can I afford to take my family on this vacation? How can I afford to get that dream that I want? How can I afford to start that business that I want, bruh? It's not about the things that it's not about the things that you can't have. It's the things that happen up here that changes your reality to what you can have.
Right. It's all about perspective. Once you change that, or once you master that, it can change your life for the good or the bad. You can destroy your life with, just a simple perspective, and you can great in your life with, understanding, being able to adapt, keeping an open mind to the things that change in the world. Right now, since COVID, a lot of things are changing. We're going into this digital era that just recently I tried to understand NFTs and the crypto world, and bruh, that thing is that's a whole beast right there, bro.
I bet.
But like, just keeping an open a simple open mind to that, learning how to invest in yourself, and then invest in general. You can make buku money, be as successful as you want to. The sky is the limit. We've heard from, I don't even know what to call them. I guess the successful entrepreneur podcast that I sent you.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, keep talking. I get the name of it.
Dude talked about basically you're gonna fail. The whole reason he's successful is because he failed. He's gonna fail, but he starts. Usually his method is, all right, I'm gonna start it and I'm gonna figure out the rest later. And it's that simple, just to start. Like whatever you have that you want to do, whatever you're passionate about, start it and figure it out.
The Social Proof Podcast.
Yeah, Social Proof. Yeah.
Social Proof Podcast. Yeah, shout out, bro. I gotta watch that that first episode that you sent me with Alyssa. She was real interested in what my man was saying. Yeah, man. Were you done, or did I cut
I
you
was
off?
gonna also say, like, just like I was saying earlier, it's okay to start, fail, start again, fail. At least you're learning something along the way.
I can't even tell you how many times I failed on the way to get to where I'm at now. I failed a few times after starting this podcast, so like, it's not even that deep to me anymore. I'm just like, all right, bring on the next one. Because I know that if I never fail, then I never succeed. If I never take the leap, then I never get to where I need to be anyway, because I never even left the platform that I was standing on. So something that also helped me. Go ahead.
I forgot what it was. I don't know if it was me or you talking about this, or somebody was talking about it, but like having that fallback plan or something, how it could be like a hindrance.
Yeah, we talked about it on the podcast before.
Well, all right, but I think somebody was relating. It was a Batman movie. That's why I remember it. The whole scene where Batman gets stuck in a hole, or Bruce Wayne gets stuck in a hole or whatever, and he has the rope around him, and he's trying to make this jump, but because he has the rope around him, he always fails because he has an easy out. He has an out. But once he takes the rope off, he's like, all right, I gotta make this jump or I'm gonna die. And he makes the jump once he takes the rope off. It was kind of symbolic to, situations where the only reason we fail at them or we don't, succeed at them is because we're not going into it like, all right, I have to do this. We're going into it, we're half-assing it, we're it may or may not, succeed. No, you're gonna succeed in this. You gotta, put 150% into whatever you're doing.
Yeah, man, that's something that helped me out a lot when I first started, bro. Was and Mark and like just being real with y'all, man. And Marcus was the one that taught me this, and he was not necessarily taught me, but he drilled it into me, because like no matter what happens to my man, he just takes it as what it is. Like even if it's like the smallest victory, it's just a win to him. Like you don't even discern it. It's not even like win scale. Like I'm gonna tell you what I used to do. I used to be like, when this is a win, like how like like the Olympic swimmers, like the divers, or, they get the people, they hold up the sign to show what number they think it is. Like if it's a 10-point dive or whatever, I'm looking at wins like, all right, that win was like a 1, like that win over there was like a 3, and I'm trying to reach for all of these 10-point wins and stack up these 10-point wins. And what ended up happening was I got delusional about what a win was. So even when I started winning, I couldn't win because I didn't even recognize it as a win.
Oh, that's deep.
And most of y'all looking at the things that happen in your life like it's just happenstance. You're not trying to do anything. Things are just happening to you, and you just it is what it is to you. You ain't looking at it with an analytical eye. You're not looking at it like, okay, well, this happened for this reason, so let me take that back and let me rework my thought process around it, and let me figure out why that didn't work. Or if I won on this right here, why, if let me go move forward. Or if I won here, let me not stop to celebrate this win, but let me go on to the next win and the next win and the next win. Some of y'all, when y'all win, y'all look at that as a chance to celebrate. So you done got on this whole routine, and you get on your game, and you just like, all right, I won. So, let me go party right now. Let me, I made a little bit of money. Let me go blow it all on it. Let me go pay it on my bills. Like, let me go catch up on this and blah, 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 blah. You done stopped. You done completely press pause on your whole entrepreneur get up, and you done went to go celebrate your first win. Bruh, Alyssa asked me on the way back, right? And I had this conversation with her and Michelle recently, because Michelle was asking us about how Hampton went. And I was like, be real with you, you're gonna have to ask Alyssa how it went. I ain't even put that energy into that. And she was like, what you mean? And Alyssa was like, so we made twice the money that we made in Baltimore at Hampton, did absolutely nothing to him. And Michelle was like, that's weird. This is money. Why didn't it do anything? I'm like, because it's just money. My win ain't the money. My win ain't the money.
Right.
See, some of y'all so focused on the dollar. Some of y'all so focused on what you don't have that you can't focus on doing anything else outside of that. You can't focus on helping people, because if let's be real, I ain't never seen nothing. I ain't never seen nothing in life, no product that sells that somebody don't buy because it's helping them with something.
Right. And in what you just said, there's two things that can be taken from that. At the beginning, you talked about wins. A lot of people they'll either scale wins, or they'll look for that one win and then just kind of like just kind of like overshoot it or like just blow it out of proportion. And a lot of people that's how they live. They look for that divine moment to
Mm,
start something or
mm.
to uh claim that their life is successful. And it's just like you're gonna have many more of those. So like once
Yeah,
you get the first one, use
yeah,
that momentum, invest back into yourself, invest into something else,
bruh,
and then let that snowball effect and keep rolling. But a lot of people they'll have that one moment and they'll just stop. It's like, oh, I did this though.
bruh.
But what else are you doing?
And
Like
y'all
you
gotta hear that, man. Yeah, he just said it. Most people out here looking for that divine moment. You looking for the one moment where everything is perfect, everything is right. You like
mm,
a you like a Hallmark
yep.
movie looking for a meet cute.
Facts.
You out here just looking for that Mr. Right opportunity
Mm,
to start everything that you want. You wait for the money to be right, you wait for the timing to be right, you wait for the kids to be acting good, you waiting for them to be in school on a Wednesday
mm,
between the times of 11 o'clock and 2 o'clock p.m. so you can make this phone call that you know that but you looking for the right spouse to do it. You looking to capitalize on everything around you, but you don't realize that opportunities aren't they don't just happen. They're made.
uh, yo, tell me why I I watched one Hallmark movie, uh, and I ain't even finished it. And it's everything you just said. It's the perfect moment happened. The guy was unhappy with his wife or whatever. He goes back home and meets his high school crush, the girl that gave him his first kiss or whatever, and they just it. I was like, yo, what is this?
Is it bad that I know exactly what movie you talking about?
Exactly, because it's like they so cheesy and just oh my god. I was like, yo, y'all are just
I
this
can
first of all, this isn't life.
I can
Uh
give you one guess, one hint as to why Hallmark movies sell.
because they please the people. They give
They
you this
please the
fantasy.
people. They give you the fantasy that everything happens when when the opportunities are perfect and divine, and the stars aligned and the planets aligned, and
Facts.
the baby son from Teletubbies is smiling bright and all that other stuff like that. And then at that moment, Mark, can you make your opportunity happen and make it perfect?
Facts. It
So
is.
yeah, I went into the small wins thing because
Mm,
like my man asked me, he said, when you started writing,
mm,
what was it like for you? And I told him, bro, I was like, yo, I don't remember a time where I wasn't. So
mm,
I can't even answer that question for you. But what I realized that I was already doing stuff. I was already working. I never stopped writing. So what did I have to do? I had to, and I promise y'all, it's all a mindset thing, man. I
mm,
promise you, this is all it's all mindset. Everything that we're talking about is mindset. We're not talking about going to get anything. We're not talking about going to get the bag. We're not talking about jobs. We're not talking about none of that right now. It's all mindset, bro. And what I realized when Mark made the statement, he said, you gotta accept the small wins, bro. I was like, all right. I was looking at something and it was complete. I thought it was completely irrelevant. I'm like, yo, it's a win. I mean, we did something good, but I ain't necessarily looking at it like that, like it's that deep. And when my man said you gotta respect the small wins, I'm looking at it like, yo, this is a win? How is this a win? I really had to sit back and think about it. Like, yo, what is it? What is winning about this? What is that? How does that work? My man almost broke my brain when he said that shit. Like, I don't even know we didn't even talk about it, bro. But when it happened, I was like, yo,
mm,
what does he mean by that? Like, where did the win come in at? Like, I'm like trying to figure out. I'm like doing math and algebra and stuff, trying to figure out where the win was at, and it was in front of me the whole time. Not only was that win in front of me the whole time, I realized that I was winning the entire time. But it's a matter of who are you comparing yourself to? What is your progress level? Stop comparing yourself to other people. Your start is your start. And if you already have the vision of where you want to go, you've already started.
Oh.
But let me get back to that. Let me get back to the metaphor about the street light. And I want everybody, if you're listening to this in a car right now, then you ain't got no choice but to imagine this, because it's right in front of you. You're looking out your windshield right now, and there's a street light on in front of you, and you don't see nothing else but what's shining under that street light. You don't see nothing else. The lines on the road in front of you. Just turn your headlights off and don't do that. Just like imagine your headlights going off while you're driving down the road at night, and only thing you see is the street lights. It's uncomfortable as hell driving through a city street with no headlights on in the dark. I promise you, it's uncomfortable. But every time you get under that light, you're gonna feel real good. But once you hit that darkness, you're gonna feel real bad. You'll be like, oh, I don't know what's here. Am I about to hit somebody? Am I about to run over the curb? Am I about to hit a car? I don't know. Like you don't know. You don't know. So you're gonna look at that. You're gonna look at that and you're gonna say, I don't want to be here, but I want to be there. But bruh, safety first. Take one little step at a time. That's all you gotta do. Take one step at a time. And whatever that step is, you got to figure that out on your own. Yeah, you can look at other people, but don't look at other people and compare the success. Don't look at their success. Look at their work. Stop looking at people who ain't got nothing to do with what you're trying to do. Stop looking at Kim Kardashian. Stop looking at Kanye West, Lil Yachty, 6ix9ine. Like, stop looking at them people. They ain't got nothing to do with your success. They ain't doing what you're trying to do. Are you trying to be a rapper? Are you trying to be a socialite? Are you trying to be somebody's rich son or daughter? Because I promise you, if we having this conversation, it's too late for that already. I promise you it's too late. So you look at the people who doing what you're trying to do. Look at them. Look, and don't look at their success. Bruh, stop that. Go back a little bit. Reel it back a little bit. Right? Every time I find somebody that I look at them and try to get their success mark, you know the first thing I do, bro? I go to their social media and I scroll all the way down. I'll scroll all the way down, bro. And I promise you, I don't care if I double tap a heart, leave a heart on something from 192 weeks ago, bro. I'm gonna go all the way back because I want to see, because this is where you at the top. And that's cool and all, but I don't even care about that. I want to see how you got there.
Thanks.
I want to see what kind of struggles you did. I want to see, and it's cool and all that you posting the pictures of the entourage. You posting pictures of you doing, you got movies and stuff made and all that. I mean, that's cool, bro. I ain't trying to see that. I don't care about none of that. All I care about is the grind. And some of y'all will never make it because you care too much about relaxing than you care about grinding.
Yeah. And the place that we work, that is the main killer of, that's the main reason why things go wrong at our job. And not to get into the job, but like, that's the main reason why people don't really get nowhere in life, because they want to relax. They want it quick and easy, short and simple. They want it quick and easy. They can't work over. They can't. Some people can't even work over like 5 to 8 hours. They can't do a regular 5 to 9 because they want something quick and easy. They want to come in, do the minimum work, go home and get paid a lot of money. And for some reason, I don't even know how we got on that mindset. Like, what have you done that gives you the right to believe that you can just come in, do this little work, and get paid the same as somebody that's busting their ass to basically They
Yeah.
they they deep into the customer
Yeah.
obsession.
Yeah.
Uh, it's ridiculous. And the second thing that you said before that came from what you said is basically the why. Uh, the thing that pushes you to do what you do, wake up early, is the why. You're not doing it for the money. You're doing it because you have a product. One, that you have a product that you're passionate about, that you want to put out there.
Mm-hmm.
And also, personally, because I know you, that you're trying to, show that someone else can do the same thing you're doing, or you're trying to leave something for the next generation,
Yeah.
the legacy that you're about to bring into this world. And like, some people can have all that, some people, it could be right in front of them, and they still just, I don't feel comfortable. This is uncomfortable. They can't
Mm-hmm.
get past their comfort zone
Mm-hmm.
to do the things. Like it was in the video I sent you. They were doing something for single mothers or whatever. He was, giving a shout out basically because um kudos to them, because like they take care of a kid, they work and still trying to follow their dream. Like an entrepreneur that's a single mother, she basically the closest thing to like a superhero.
Right.
Uh, and we have people that are
Hell yeah,
in,
bro. That's not even a joke there.
right? And we have people that are in, like, not to put a scale to situations, but we got people that kind of have it a little bit easier than that situation, and still have excuses to why they're not successful.
And the worst part about it, like, they think they got all the excuse in the world to not be successful, and they ain't even got nothing. They don't have as close to as many problems as the person who actually has actually going for success.
Mm.
Like, y'all think y'all and I ain't trying to dump on y'all right now, man, but y'all think y'all got problems, but in all reality, you should want more problems.
Mm.
You should want more problems, because if your biggest problem is the fact that you don't want to do a certain trailer while you at work, if that's your biggest problem in the day, bro, then God help you, because you ain't gonna make it nowhere, bro. If that is your biggest problem,
Like, trailers are easy. Trailers are the easiest thing,
that's
and
what I want to do.
I I haven't had a conversation with my man's yet, that he came to me complaining about a trailer, and I wanted to sit there and tell him, like, this is the easiest thing. You literally, unless we're really really short staffed, trailers are pampered. Like, you ain't got to get your own light. You ain't even got to throw anything on the cage. All you got to do is put the product in the trailer. That's literally all you got to do. Now, if you want to go the extra mile, you see everybody's busy, and they ain't gonna get to you in time, throw the stuff online, keep it pushing. You see the blue light, come out, get the blue light, keep it
All right,
pushing. Like, what is
let's not go too deep on that,
okay? Yeah,
because half of people listening ain't even gonna know what the hell we talking about.
true. Very true.
But just putting it in broader aspect, your job
Yeah, basically
in
just do
general,
your
like
job.
your job in general, it's easy. It's easy. All you got to do is show up half of the time.
Facts.
All you got to do is show up. But in most places, you can slack off and do enough to just keep them from firing you,
Mm-hmm.
and you're good. You do that for 3-4 days a week, and you just go home and you do it all over again. You ain't gotta think. You ain't gotta
None
use
at all.
you ain't gotta use nothing but muscle most of the time. That's it. And y'all complain about that, and you put so much money, you put so much thought and energy into complaining about your current situation, that you don't even think about trying to get out of it.
Mm-mm.
And that's what most people that's what most people's problem is. And you focus so much on what's going on around you that you never create the situations of even reaching the success around you. So so to keep us from rambling on this conversation, just give a few things that would help most people when they're trying to reach for success. Like if you're that person, who am I talking to? If you're that person that you're you're involved in a job and you do everything your job tells you. You done went to school like you were supposed to. You done graduated like you were supposed to, make good grades and all that. But you work in this job, or you're in this career that you didn't necessarily want, and you just want a way out. You're just trying to figure out how to do more in life. You're just trying to figure out how is it that with everything that I have going on around me, how can I be happy again? That's all you want to know. So we're going to talk about right now how you can be happy again, because I know that's ultimately what people want to know when while we're having this conversation. They're listening because they're trying to get that answer right there, Mark. So with that being said, man, and we can go ahead and like start shutting it down after this, man. But with that being said, how would you recommend people start trying to find that happiness? What steps should they start taking to find that happiness?
So Bosco Anthony, he did a TED talk, and this is where I got the 5 real life applications that kind of bleed into a successful life. The first one is rhythm, basically your how. Find your groove in like the vision that you see for yourself, and just like go for it. Vision is also another one. Map it out, find the end goal, find what you're headed towards, and just go for it. Articulate the path, figure out the do's and don'ts, the ins and outs, and just go for it. Clarity, set clear goals for yourself,
Right.
and stick to them. A thing that goes along with that is accountability. You got to make a contract with yourself. You got to pamper yourself, believe in yourself also. A lot of people, they can do things, they can start things, but like they have no motivation, or they don't trust themselves
Mm.
to even make it to wherever they're trying to get to. And people fall short in that because it's not really, I mean, like we said before, take care of your star player, and believe in yourself, like love yourself. A lot of people don't even love themselves to
Yeah.
get to a point of success. Like you said, how can you you didn't know what a win was because it was right in front of you. You probably had, like something personal going on or whatever that kind of just had you in a funk. Uh so when you are successful, how can you enjoy it?
Mm-hmm.
The last thing was introspection. Uh Basically, like I said, put yourself first, love yourself. Like you got to take care of you before you can change your mindset up to put you in a better position to reach success.
And
uh
also with the added thing on the introspection thing, because I don't want them to
mm,
miss this. But introspection, in a general sense, is
mhm,
get on your own planet. For
mhm.
the first time ever, I'm gonna say that, get on your own planet. But while you're there, figure out the
Learn yourself.
landscape. Figure
Yes.
out the landscape. Lewis and Clark, they walked through charting everything. They were cartographers. They walked through the North America, and they had to get to know where they were at.
Mhm.
So we need you to do that. You need you to do that, because it don't make a bit of difference to be trying to reach for any kind of success if you don't know yourself. Because if you reaching for happiness and you don't know what happiness is for you, then it won't. Nothing you do will matter anyway. So Mark hit a lot of good points on that, and one of the biggest things that I took away from it was, and I might have kind of like embellished it a little bit, but accountability. When you said accountability, I'm just gonna go ahead and say this straight up, bruh. Some of y'all need to change y'all circle. You know what? Not even that. Most of y'all need to change y'all circle, bro. And like I'll even go this deep, and I'm about to piss off some people that we know personally. Like for real, the people that you work with ain't your circle. I'm just being real, bro. The people that you work with ain't your circle. If they don't fit the vision, then how could they? So if y'all get around each other and y'all don't do nothing but talk about work and complain about work for on your day off, like, bro, like I know people who get together and they talk about work on their day off, I know people who plan meetups. They plan meetups, Mark. They ain't seen each other, ain't talked to each other, and then God knows how long, Mark. And they get together on their off day, and they talk about work, Mark. I know people personally who do that, Mark. Like it's weird, and I mean, I'm just gonna be straight up real with y'all. Like, you would never be in my circle. And I'm just being honest. You would never be in my circle because you're heavy. You're dragging me down. So what I need you to do is, if you're trying to find happiness and you're trying to find purpose in life, you stop hanging around people who remind you of the purposeless things that you're doing. That's all I got, man. That's all I got.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, like just do you, you know, get to a point where you just gotta kill it. Like there ain't nothing else to do but to kill it. Just start. That's it's just that simple. Just start it.
Yeah, it really is. Like I don't want to make it no clearer than that, bro. But it's just all about just starting. I talked about the taking one step at a time, man. You got to do that.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Dirty Trunk.
Whoa.
What's up?
Jumping the gun, man. Yo, what we got going on, bro?
Yeah. So, just over here learning some stuff, man. I don't know if you want to mention it on the podcast, but I had a couple ideas of what we could do for the for the bigger table. That's what I was like.
All right. So yeah. We ain't got to talk about that part, but just what's going on with Morton's Castle, man?
Not much right now. Just trying to get some stuff straight. Kind of at a not a standstill. I'm trying to figure out this thing with the crystals. But other than that, working.
Oh man, go. For those of you who don't know, Alyssa and I will be at the Richmond Comic Con at the Richmond Raceway on November the 20th, I think. I want to say it's the 20th. But yeah, we'll be there. It's a one-day event. So yep, November the 20th. It's a one-day event, and we'll be there bright and early to do book signings and all of those good things and meet people. And we're still networking, man, because all of our people are gonna be there. So it's gonna be an amazing show, man. I'm excited. and I can't wait to see all of the people who are actually in my circle. um, so yeah, it's gonna be a awesome time. Probably gonna yeah, we're just gonna leave it at that. But bruh, um, something weird happened the other day, and I didn't even realize I was doing it. But you know, we kind of talked about the small wins and stuff. And like at some point you get to a point where you just doing things on a high level and the things don't even look like wins to you no more. So you just like, it is what it is. And then somebody just be like, yo, you doing that? Like that's kind of awesome. I'm like, oh yeah, that's just part of the routine though. So bruh, what year is it? 2021, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, last year we filed for a LLC, dog.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so for the first time ever, we got a business bank account now, man.
Okay.
We got like an official LLC business bank account for the Ascension Media Group now.
Word.
And when I did it, I ain't think nothing of it, bro. Like it was a lot of paperwork to do. I'm just like, all right, cool. You know, I just secretly talk to the bank. I, you know, be on the phone with people, just trying to like hash that thing out, talking about all of the people responsible for the bank account and all that other stuff like that. And I'm just like, yo, it's kind of cool, but I don't know if it's like necessarily worthy of talking about, because it's like it was one of those things. It's like, well, we should have been doing, we should have been did that. So you know, but you know, it's one of those small steps in the dark kind of things, man.
Right.
So when it is official now, you know, we got a LLC and a PO box. I got to go finish the PO box situation today, man. But yeah, man, we are doing it big, man.
Word. That's dope. Ooh. So I know you kind of say it's like taking the steps in the dark, but I kind of want to kind of clarify. Like it could also be looked at as like walking on a tightrope, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're nervous to say, are you walking on this, you know, this thin rope, this thin line? You see the end goal. Because you're up there so high, it looks far as hell away.
Mm-hmm.
But from the people looking at you at the bottom, you're making it look like it's easy peasy.
You're making it look easy.
It looks like it's just, you know, 20 steps away, when in reality it is far as hell away. Like you can trip and fall, and yeah, that's okay, but you just get back up and you do it again until you succeed or whatever. That's how
I don't know if you necessarily gonna get back up from a tightrope fall. If
I mean, yeah, but you metaphorically speak, you know. I mean, it could be a small tightrope, you know, the little janks that are kind of close to the ground, you know, the little bouncy janks that they be bouncing on now. I don't know. Anyway, that has been the Dirty Trunk Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. With the elephant is always welcome. It is me, your boy Marcus Morton. Always here with me is the Aaron Mack. We love y'all. We are signing out.
Love y'all. See y'all next week.